Hey everyone, CC Fangirl here, and it is range day today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been a long lead up here to spring. Did way more shooting in the winter time, and the COVID-19 sure put a damper on things. I think all of the IPSC matches in Canada are canceled for sure in BC. The BC ones are on hold. Our club president sent out a message saying that this is basically a practice year. So yeah, practice as much as I can, I guess. Oh, there's the police pulling somebody over. And it's not me. Oh, he's got a bad load on his truck. Oh, it's CVSE. So, anyways, oh yeah, I've got my surprise number 2 along today. And surprise number 1, as you know, was the Typhoon F12, which has not been banned yet because the choke is not over 20 mils. And I think it's running in at 18.6, so it is not on the confiscation or prohibited list. But total score, I've got the pit all to myself. And it's windy. That's not good. Kind of need that for no wind for surprise number 2, but we'll see what happens here. So as usual, I forgot a bunch of stuff. I forgot some of the lath for my target stands, which means that I don't have enough for my recoil assessment chart, and I forgot my iPad tripod for doing the recording from the side. So I have no way of doing the recoil assessment today, I don't think. And it's getting a bit brisk with the wind, so I don't know. I'll see what I can do here. It's always something. What I'm going to do one of these days is I'm going to take you for a little trip around the our range here, because we have a really good range. It's really nice. Lots of bays here. I love this bay because it's all gravelly and it's open, wide open, and great. What do we got here? Throw that in there again. Okay, what do we got here? So, average is 805 or 807.5. So, 807.5 times 158 equals, gives me a power factor of 127.5. So, still good. So I did dial down the press a little bit for the powder drop. I dialed it down to 2.9 and then started weighing out every single load to titrate the powder drop until it hit 3, and then I dropped it back like just a smidge. So it was, whenever I read it on the scale, it was waffling between 2.9 and 3.0. And I think when I had reloaded it the last time, I had aired more in the middle of the 3.0. So it would have been like 3.05, I guess. Anyways, I'm happy with that. I'm going to keep my press at that stage there. And then, yeah, with a 127.5, I'll be able to shoot anywhere near sea level. So, because we're pretty much almost at sea level, but not quite. So. So this is surprise number 2, and it's my DJI Mavic drone Air, but forgot the remote controller, and I had to run it off of my phone, which isn't ideal. And then when I hit the return to home, it wanted to take off to Lord knows where, but anyways, I had to shut that down and catch it. I can't believe I just forget so much stuff. Crazy. Oh, okay, it's age. That's what it is. It's age catching up with me. Okay, but the drone is really cool, and I think once I get better with flying it, and I will fly it out here a bit more because it's nice and wide open. I think I'm not gonna fly anymore today without that remote controller. That was a bit sketchy. So just leaving the range now, and you know that saying about the power of attraction? Well, today I had the power of distraction. I don't know what was going on with my brain today, but I forgot. Get going there, Robin. I forgot a whole pile of stuff today. So I forgot the controller for my flying camera, I'll call it. And I tried to fly it with my cell phone, and I've not done that before, and so it was kind of sketchy. I hit the return to home button and the thing took off in the air, and I was like, where are you going? And so I pretty much forced the landing, except it wouldn't land because the ground underneath it didn't like the looks of it. So I ended up grabbing it, hovering in the air just at my head level here. A bit of a debauchery today. So I did get the Mavic Air up in the air for a bit, so hopefully that footage worked out. We'll see soon enough. And all in all, pretty happy with how everything was, except for the fact that I forgot all my stuff at home. Bottom line, my accuracy and my speed is, my accuracy is okay, but my speed on the draw is horrible. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. I'm spending forever looking for that dot. The dot's too low, so that means that I think the gun is pointing up too high. Maybe, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I need practice with that, so I need to do a lot more practicing, dry fire practicing at home, picking up the dot. Ugh, it's so disappointing because, you know, at the end of the season last year, I'd actually been doing pretty darn good, but man, I feel like I've backslid. On another note, my brother and I went out to the range a couple weeks ago now, I think almost, or maybe a week and a half ago, and he brought his daughter along, and she's 19 years old pretty soon. And she is a pretty crack shot. Unfortunately, her aunt really messed up with the photography, and I'd forgotten how my ion camera worked, and I kept shutting it off instead of hitting the record button, and then hit record for a lot of the standing around time. So I got some footage of her shooting, and she is a crack shot. So she was shooting the 22, and then I made her shoot the 9mm, and she's really good. Like, man, she was nailing probably 60% of her shots on the hostage target. So she was not going for the hostage, she was going for the kidnapper. So the little 6-inch plate, or whatever size it is, maybe it's 4. Anyways, I think it's 6-inch plate, and she was whacking that back and forth, and I was impressed. Like, I think she's at the level where I was at the middle of my first year, and this was her first time shooting a 9mm. And the other thing is, I was watching her, you know, if there was a misfire with the gun, because the 22 had some work done to it, and so the mainspring was not setting off the 22 ammunition very reliably. But I was watching for the gun to dive, the nose of the gun, and it didn't. Like, she held on to that thing and was yeah, kept it pretty steady. Man, oh man, I'd love to get her into competitive shooting right now at her age. Yeah, but she says she doesn't really want to do competitive. She just wants to plink around for fun. But oh, I wish she would. Oh, she'd be so good. So that's kind of lots of fun, just seeing, you know, the younger generations getting into competitive shooting. And you know, if anything, it just gives me a little bit of hope that, you know, there is some hope for the future for competitive shooting, and that we're not all scary boogie people running around and doing horrible things. You know, firearms owners are good people. I'll say that time and time again. But anyways, signing out, going home, unpacking, and trying to put together a video here for you guys. So thanks for watching, and again, appreciate your support. Stay tuned. And as I said, as soon as I hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, that means I can start live streaming, which is kind of exciting. Kind of curious about how that's gonna all work out, but I have a little surprise for my 1,000 subscriber live stream. I think it's gonna be fun. All right, talk to you later. The river's high. Nobody's gonna be fishing in this cloudy mess. Peace out, Seas Vangerlow.